Zayden.
Great to have you with us for the playoffs on taking a look at Florida. Florida with the ball. A look at the opening lineup for Florida. We've got Edwards, and it's Cooper in at the point. Floats one up, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Harris up top. Rebound Florida. Pass to Edwards. Driving inside.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Harris misses. Here we go, one-on-one. A nice shot by Cooper.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from three and capitalized.
Pass to Monroe. Here's Barlow, 6 to shoot. Can they get it? Tipped!
0 for 3 from the floor so far. Not the start they had in mind. They need to just take a breath, reset, and keep things simple.
A nice shot by Cooper.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Here's Harris. Rebound Florida.
A very sluggish start on offense. 4 attempts with nothing to show for it.
And again, it's Florida from deep.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Pass to Barlow. There's a screen. Here's Thompson. Edwards pulls it in.
How'd that move work out? The important part is to get the ball in the basket, not to make the highlight reel. Come on.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Now here's Thompson. Pass to Harris. Here's Barlow. Thompson passes to White. To the middle. Cuts off the pass. Here's Cooper. And again, it's Florida from deep.
Timeout. Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Holmes, he's checked in for Monroe. And looking at these playoffs so far, here are some of the players who have been distributing the ball the best. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Harris passes to Barlow. Down low to snap the cold streak. Harris misses.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Now here's Thompson. Knocked away. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Substitution for your Wildcats. Monroe. Williams.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. White, the pass to Holmes. Shot clock at 5. Inside. Williams. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Here's Cooper. Thompson pulls it in.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Here's Cooper. Good! Without a second to spare.
Oh, you gotta have some real nerves to hit that shot.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we got a blowout underway here. Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Florida?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
Taking a look at Florida, they've got James, and it's Cooper in at the 1. Williams misses. Here's the 3, and again for 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And has now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. Here's Monroe. No points yet. Misses in close.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked. And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now here's Williams. Outside White. Fires the 3. James with the rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow...
Good! Another from 3.
And talk about stepping up. He's having a playoff game these fans have never seen.
And that last triple means he's got the most threes in a single playoff game in franchise history. Monroe, the pass to White, over Edwards. White can't hit.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
Yeah, they're winning the possession.
Connects again from distance.
The 3's coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Yes, and now tied for the 3rd most three-point field goals in a single game in playoff history.
Yeah, 10 triples equals Dame Lillard's buzzer-beating performance in 2019 when he waved goodbye to the Thunder.
Here's Cooper.
Number 4, Thompson.
To the paint. Here's Williams. Off the mark, and the drought continues. For Florida, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. From deep three-point line, and again for 3.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena in awe.
And you know he finds himself tied for 2nd place all-time in three-point makes for a playoff game.
Yeah, equaling Game 6 Clay, who buried OKC back in 2016 with 11 triples.
Fires from deep. Good! Another from 3.
Incandescent from long range. The defense throwing up their hands. How do you stop him?
And he's now tied the single-game playoff record for three-pointers made.
12 triples, putting him neck and neck with Dame Lillard's record-setting game in 2021.
Here's Cooper. Connects again from distance.
What can you say but wow? I mean, he's done it. The most three-point makes in NBA playoff history.
A momentous achievement, one that'll surely be celebrated around the globe.
And Damian Lillard will have to content himself with 2nd.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Monroe. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Barlow. They need this. Rebound Florida. James has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Cooper. Up in time. Another one falls. A Amazing!
Talk about coming up huge. What a performance.
He's nearing the franchise record for most points in a playoff game. Man, this guy is clutch. And so it's Florida making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Welcome, folks. Game 1 and a big deficit right now.
I'll say this. Yeah, you want to protect the paint, but when you're getting killed from long range, you have to make the adjustment defensively. They're not going to win like this.
Seems highly unlikely, indeed. In good position in the series, but not so much tonight. Guys, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I think they took their foot off the gas just a little bit. Feeling confident, but you got to keep working.
Yeah, you need to have that killer instinct. You know, when you got a team down, that's when you got to put them away.
Get them out of there. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. And so it's Harris with it. He brings it up for the Wildcats. They've got Thompson, and it's Barlow in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Here's Cooper. Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
White, he's checked in for Monroe. Edwards against Thompson. Here's the pick. No good off the back of the rim. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah.
Good! That's another bucket!
He's on a tear offensively, lighting up the scoreboard with a purpose.
And how about this? He now holds the team's single-game record for postseason scoring.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win. Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
And yes, another basket.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Harris misses.
Well, his lack of offensive contribution has definitely been...
Oh, connects again.
What a performance. He's now tied for third most points in single-game playoff history.
Boy, the way he's been scoring the ball, you had a feeling he'd leave his name in the record books.
Yeah,
and it's good. He hits another one.
And he now owns third place for most points in a playoff game.
Oh, just an incredible game. Nothing can slow him down.
And he's not far off from Baylor and Jordan. Can he keep it going? We'll see.
He is really scuffling this quarter up.
And again.
He has taken over this game.
And by the way, he's now tied for the second most points in a playoff game all time.
I mean, he's matched Elgin Baylor, and with Jordan's all-time record just 2 points away.
Ooh, nothing falling for them right now.
And he's still scoreless in this quarter.
And good! There's another!
And that bucket was looking as wide as the Pacific Ocean. He just can't miss.
A phenomenal offensive exhibition. And he's now tied for the all-time scoring mark for points. He got it again! Sensational!
And with that bucket, if you can believe it, he sets a new all-time record for points in a playoff game.
Boy, the way he came out tonight, you could feel his level of focus. He put his team on his back and has delivered
and a moment here for him to soak it all in the midst of this huge offensive game.
Rising to the occasion. All eyes are on him.
Well, let's all appreciate what we're seeing here tonight. A player at the top of his game. He's finding ways to punch holes in this defense every way he can.
Misses the layup.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Pass to Barlow. Back to Harris. Rebound Florida.
Yeah, look, if I'm his coach, I'm going to get him involved in another way. Set a screen, get an assist, something to reset his mind a little bit.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And so it's Florida, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. We'll be right back. And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. Taking a look at Florida, they've got James, and it's Cooper in at the point guard position.
Yes, he slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Holmes passes to Williams. 5 on the clock. Thompson's shot is off. Into the lane.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Outside, Williams. And Cooper pulls it down. Cooper's got his 4th rebound in this one. Yep, that one's good. Cooper's got 6 here in the quarter.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
To the middle. Williams misses. For Florida, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. A nice shot by Cooper.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Got a piece of it, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Substitution for your Wildcats. Barlow. Harris.
So it's the home team now. They have yet to score here in the 4th. 2 on the clock. White can't hit.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but...
Oh, a big slam!
Oh, my gosh. The athleticism.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Florida.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And another note, how about the way they've cashed in off turnovers, taking advantage when given the extra opportunity?
Harris outside. Thompson passes to Harris to stop the drought. Edwards pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Cooper driving in.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game.
Harris outside. Looking to get back on track. Back to Thompson. Pass to Harris. Tries again. No good at the rim.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Here's Cooper, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Harris, a screen on Edwards. Here's Thompson. Harris passes to Thompson. Harris up top. Here's lights out. White for three. He can't get it to go. And that's going to do it for this series. They'll move on. And really, any win is a big win here in the postseason.
Yeah, every game counts now, and there's no second chances. So they must be pleased with the results.
Time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And before we go, we'll leave you with our